This is the Bill Squire Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I am Bill Squire. Tommy. Ants.
I am not a cop.
Why the voice?
I don't know. Why do we all do the voices we all do all the time? We're always doing some dumb shit voice.
Yeah. My
Spit it in her mouth.
People love it though. People love spit in their mouth. And Pants, you watched The Crow again, and
they did.
After rewatching it, what do you think?
So, I mean, I'm not really coming off my original stance on it. Like, I don't think it's a terrible movie. I still don't think it's a great movie. I think it's it's the most 90s fucking movie ever made.
It's very 90s, but it's.
I would
great.
I don't think if you put it objectively up against what are the other goth films of the 90s? Blade, Queen of the Damned, which I've not seen yet. Sorry, goth chicks. I was like, yeah, this is cool, but it's also cool because just bad stuff, mediocre stuff plus time equals charming is what that is to me. So
I just always liked it, and then I rewatched it too, and I was like, yeah, it's a pretty standard 90s like action.
You
kind
can
of
tell
movie.
when they had to fill in with just wide shots of a stunt guy.
Yeah. Well,
Because
they
had
did
to,
do some
fill in
like
the blanks.
groundbreaking computer graphics where like his face is CGI'd onto like another body at some point, which like for it being the 90s looked pretty good. Like it's not super noticeable.
Well, that was
94.
I mean, from a box office standpoint, that was a very successful movie, right?
Yeah.
So like they kind of spent for the time a bunch of money, and they kind of had to pull that thing across the finish line, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's
like the reason that the budget went up exponentially when he died because they're like, oh well, we know we're gonna make our money back because people want to see him in his last role. But
I will say this, and I don't think Brandon Lee is bad by any stretch of the imagination in that movie, but if you look at Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight against him, because they're both two dudes that died, he died posthumously.
Well, they're definitely way different. Like Heath Ledger's I don't like the one thing that I didn't remember was the voice that he'd use as the Crow when he was like kind of walking around, and it's just like Tintin, right? And like he just kind of like it's a little Jim Carrey-esque, and
that movie is a lot like The Mask. I'm just, like in a way to me, and maybe because they came around at the same time.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like parallels for some reason to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I texted the group, I was like, I don't even know if this bothers me, but it just feels like they shot this whole movie on like the Sesame Street set after it closed for the day.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean, it's like a cartoony version of Detroit. It's this is the first time watching it that I realized it was set in Detroit. I
knew that.
Well, like I heard one of the guys say something about Motor City, and I was like, "Is this take place in Detroit?" And I looked it up, and it does take place in Detroit.
They go out of their way to let you know that it all is set on Devil's Night.
Yeah, they mentioned that plenty of times.
They couldn't beat you over the head enough with that. But I would say would be really stoked for them because they've been talking about either doing a sequel or a reboot to that movie. And I know we've talked about this a bunch, but for decades they've been talking about doing another one. And like they need to just give like the guy who made Mandy some money and let him do whatever, or like some dark fucking director and like do it. Like do that Skarsgård guy. I don't
all
care.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do WCW Sting as the Crow. I don't care.
I mean, that's basically what he switched to when he like went goth from like colorful Sting to goth Sting.
It's like quite literally like, do you know the story behind that? Where like this, because the guy who wrestled in WCW that became the Crow Sting, he was like literally a California, like the penultimate good guy. He had like a blonde crew cut and super neon, Ultimate Warrior type face paint. So one day, Scott Hall, who was Razor Ramon, was just sitting in the locker room, and like Sting was growing his hair out. So Razor Ramon's like, "Hey, you ever see like that movie The Crow? Did you ever think about, just like painting your face like the Crow?" And then the guy who's Sting, Steve Borden, goes, "I've never seen it." He goes like, "Yeah, you should do that." And then the next week,
He did it, and
it was like there was no grand
Yeah.
production meetings. He just showed up and started painting his face like that,
Yeah.
and thus the legend was born.
and like dropping down from the ceiling
Yep.
and shit like that.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure that was, they
Yeah.
had to talk to the brass about that, but like the whole thing was like Razor Ramon Scott Hall was like a genius, where he just was like, "Do this," and that's how brilliantly stupid wrestling can be, where they just did that.
And it worked.
Yeah,
and it
like,
got
it was-
over. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
'Cause it looks badass. That's why
it looked great.
Yeah.
Like it was a not to, well, I'm not going to turn into wrestling talk, but that was just a perfect time for good guys to become bad guys and vice versa, and it just fucking was perfect timing, lightning in a bottle.
90s movie I watched with some friends was Swingers, which I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh.
But man, that movie fucking rules. It's so fucking good.
What is it? I don't know.
Okay, so Swingers
Is it about sex?
no, sort of.
It's supposed to be.
It's
Okay.
about so it's written by Jon Favreau
Mm-hmm.
and directed by Doug Liman. What else did Doug Liman do? I actually wanted to look that up.
I thought Favreau directed that,
I thought he did too, but it was Doug Lyman that did it.
because that was like the movie that put Favreau and Vince Vaughn on the
yeah,
map.
for sure.
Like Vince Vaughn's in it. I'm missing a bunch of other people.
Who's in it? Vince Vaughn, Heather Graham, Jon Favreau, and Ron Livingston, who's in like
Peter Gibbons
yeah
from Office Space.
Office Space. Yeah.
Sorry, that's how.
No, that's
No, Swingers is another '90s time capsule movie where everyone in that movie talks like a '50s Rat Pack guy.
A little bit, but it's more. I mean, it's more like they say "baby" a lot, and they
Yeah.
say "you're so fucking money" a lot.
Yeah, you're
And
so money you
basically,
don't even
it's
know
about
it.
these guys that are all trying to be actors in L.A.
Mhm.
It's 1996, and like one of them's just going through a breakup, so they're all giving him different advice. Like one guy's like takes time to get over it, and then one of them's like, you just gotta get out there and fuck, and you'll forget about her. And that's the Vince Vaughn character, and they're just trying to, they're friends trying to help each other and trying to make it as actors, and just kind of their nightlife, hanging out and.
Like every night of the week, they
Yeah.
go out like to the same clubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like they're hitting on chicks, and it's like it was like
And then
the
they go out for auditions, and then
Mhm.
they meet up and talk about how things didn't go and shit like that.
it's
I'll
a
add
it's a
it to my
dude's
list.
rock movie for sure.
Hell yeah.
And then it also convinced a bunch of dudes in the '90s that that's how dudes actually dressed, and no one dressed like they dressed in that movie in the '90s.
Like they like for like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
people did.
It's like just like the '50s ish, like knit button down tops and
Yeah.
like just like the
Bowling shirts
Mhm.
and like it's but it's great style, and they all look great in these styles, and
because they're Hollywood actors in a movie.
yeah. But it definitely inspired my wannabe look for a while. Like I tried to pull it off, and it's just like it's a lot more like they're all wearing like long chain wallets. So like it's definitely inspired by that era of swing music and ska music that got popular for like 2 years in the 90s and then went away.
Okay.
But it's a fucking hilarious movie. It's really like it's looked down on by some people, and they're like, oh, it's like a really bro-y movie, but it's actually really cringe more than anything. Like
Yeah. I don't...
in like a fun way.
I watched it as an adult. I don't think I watched it when it came out in the '90s. Like I watched it as a grown adult, and I was
Yeah.
kind of like, why did this get shit on so much? Because it is like,
Because of so many people going, we're going to Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Yeah, I get
and
it.
so
It's like-
people
I think it's
shit on that,
Yeah,
but
people
like
fucking love the
I think it's for
Hangover
the
and
same-
stuff. I
Yeah.
see no issues with that. I
Yeah.
think it's fun
I
when
think-
done right.
yeah,
I think it's for the same reasons that people kind of shit all over Fight Club,
yeah.
where like, sorry, I know I'm a bro, but I'm like, why do people hate this movie so much?
It's a fun movie. And like, because there's people that take these movies too far. And so then people think that's like everybody that likes that movie. Like Fight Club's a great movie.
Yeah, I
The
don't-
book's
I don't get
great.
it.
Like it's really enjoyable. The soundtrack rules. They like it moves. It's a well-made movie. And there are people like, yeah, we should do the Fight Club thing and like try and make Fight Club their personality. And anybody that tries to make a movie their personality tends to suck. But the movie itself is pretty fucking
What
good.
Bill isn't mentioning is that I'm wearing the scorpion jacket from Drive right now. So he didn't want to fucking talk to me off air about it, but whatever, dude.
I've never seen Drive, so I didn't even know that was what that's from.
Have we talked about how you've never seen Drive?
I don't think so, but I've never seen
It's
Drive.
fucking fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
that's honestly one of might be my in my top 10.
Yeah,
The very stylized, super stylized fucking
I like style.
music video of a movie. What do you think
Nothing.
about it?
Oh no!
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, when it first came out, but I liked it, but I honestly don't remember a lot about it.
I was going.
Like I liked it, but I don't remember much, which seems
All right,
backwards.
well, we got to get you to. I'll watch Drive. You watch Swingers. So yeah, Swingers. They go to the like.
What's it on? Can I find it?
You'll probably have to rent it.
That's
I
fine.
think it's like $3 to rent.
I'm sure it's
but
like a $3 rental. I'm
Yeah.
sure it might be streaming on Amazon.
I looked for it because I do like movie nights with some friends of mine, and that was my pick.
Mhm.
And what was funny is my friend Leslie knew nothing about it going in, so she thought it was gonna be like a movie about a couple that's swingers and like it's gonna be real sex heavy and stuff like that. And it's nothing like that. It's dialogue driven. It is like it's clever. It's awkward at moments. I can pick the character that I think you're gonna fall in love with already.
Who is it?
No, you
Who's
gotta
the
watch
actor?
it.
Tell me the actor.
I don't
Do you
know.
know?
See,
I've only watched it once.
Oh, you
so
only seen it
I'm
once?
not a champion of that movie.
I think you're gonna like. I'm gonna tell you the character's name.
You don't want to tell me
No,
the
I think
actor?
it's Jon Favreau. I think you're gonna love Jon
Okay.
Favreau in this movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's not your typical looks in this movie, but his awkwardness and his like he's just so awkwardly charming
Okay.
at times, and like a little bit innocent and kind of boyish. Now, there is a chance that you also love Vince Vaughn in this movie.
Okay, so I have always loved Vince Vaughn. He's
Okay.
not like my obviously like look wise normally, but I've always had a crush on
Well,
him.
then you're definitely gonna want to fuck Vince Vaughn more than you probably ever wanted to fuck Vince Vaughn because
Okay.
he
Is he a bad boy?
he is kind of a bad boy, but he's also just kind of he's not even a bad boy. He's just a fucking charming asshole,
Okay, I like
which
that.
like is who Vince Vaughn is.
Yeah.
But like he's at his peak, and he's like little baby Vince Vaughn. He's like 24 years old in this
Aw.
movie, and he's all like
Jesus
as
Christ.
skinny as you've ever seen him.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, and he's also like, he's like legit 6'5".
yeah, he's a
tall
tall
dude.
he's tall, but he looks young.
Right. I mean, I was in one of the times I was in LA. I went to that bar that they feature in it. Like they filmed a lot of it in there.
Which will because there's the Dresden, and then there's the one that's like the Sinatra bar where it's Sinatra's birthday.
Sinatra.
Okay.
The
yeah.
Sinatra bar, which like I think I went there before I ever saw Swingers, so I was kind of like, okay, I'm like,
Yeah.
frozen in time. It's kind of a cool vibe. Like,
And there's a lot of that where it's like, yeah, they're all trying to be actors, but they're all in their 20s, so they're living a nightlife where they're going out every single night of the week. They're spending money they don't really have. They're it's
which that is the
it's
most
great.
actually relatable part of that movie.
yeah.
But like in the mid 90s and early 90s, like all those movies that came out, I feel like maybe because I came of age at that time,
Mhm.
just dictated to America like a cultural that didn't like exist.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even like Pulp Fiction, you want to throw it in there,
Mm-hmm.
where like in Clerks and Mallrats, I can't tell you how many times I said Snoochie Boochies in the 90s, and I regret it every single time because no one talks like that.
Nobody
No one
talks
acts
like
like
that,
that.
but there are I mean it's amplified, of course, but there
Mhm.
are moments in those movies that are really true when it's because there was so much more time to just sit around and talk shit and do it in person. We get away with so much now being able to talk over text and communicate with our phones all the time and on social media that it was exciting to hang out with your friends just because you hadn't seen them. So you did shit and you're like, I got to tell you about this. I saw this episode of TV or I heard about this story. And that's why people knew or spread the rumor that Marilyn Manson got ribs removed, because you heard it from somebody and you couldn't wait to tell somebody else about it.
You know, like, and I don't care how old it makes us look or feel. That is a great point where it's like you used to have to like even if you didn't see your buddy for like a day,
Yeah.
you had so much to catch up on. And the fact that we have a podcast where we can come up with stuff we haven't talked about with each other throughout the week is wild.
It's
Kinda
crazy
mind-blowing,
because,
yeah, if you
yeah,
think
because we
about it.
talk
Every
all
day.
every day.
But it is like, there was that, there's a meme where it said like, what did people do before memes? You just like quoted Billy Madison for 4 straight months. And then it was like, yeah.
I mean,
And
kinda,
like,
yeah.
Because you had 3 channels on TV. And if
Mhm.
your parents weren't poor, maybe you had cable. But
You'd
then,
set shit on fire and you'd like just go out and yell at people. Like we'd drive around town and just yell out the window and just be like, gay, and like we're like, that's hilarious.
yelling out of car windows at like 11 at night
Mhm.
around the suburbs was like the greatest time. Like we ran out of disses to yell, so we started yelling supportive things
Yeah.
to people. Like where it's like we drove by. I remember driving down Coventry one night, and there was like 2 girls just staring in a storefront window because you didn't have Amazon, so you were actually looking at shit you'd never seen before. And I just remember yelling, "That sale's not going to last forever," and then, like as we're blazing by, you know. But yeah,
and then like we go to shows all the time, like the worst shows.
because you didn't see
But-
people and you didn't know
yeah.
who was going to be there. And
Yeah,
it was like, that was
but it
the only
was
way
so
to see people.
exciting. I remember like my buddies were in a band and I went to whatever show they play, I'd go usually.
Mhm.
And they played in I don't even know where, Grafton or Lorraine or something, in this like little bar, and they got booked because they're like, we got a band playing, you're gonna open for them. And so we went, and it was so awkward because there was nobody in this bar. We're all teenagers.
So you can't buy booze.
You can't buy booze. We didn't drink anyway, so like we didn't care.
Mhm.
We were just like we got some shitty bar food, and then my friends played, and there was 8 people in the audience, and we're like, "Fuck yeah, 2SL rules!" And then that was it. Yeah, but it was like such a fun night.
It also that's why it kind of blows my mind that people go to shows in 2024 and like you go to a sold out show at like Mayhol's or something, because it's like you can scan a list of who's going to be there, and if you don't like who's going to be there, you just are not going to go.
Yeah.
Or like they're people you see all the time and you text every fucking 2 hours of every fucking day. So it's like, what is there to catch up on? What is there really to, I'm not
Yeah.
saying this. I'm glad it still exists, but
Yeah.
it's like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's I mean, that moment in time where like there was the internet, like late 90s, early 2000s, but not like it is now. Like it was message
Yeah.
boards, like trying to watch a video on the internet was
Horrible.
insane. Like it's impossible to do that.
Watching anything longer than 20 seconds, that
Yeah.
had, like 320 pixels.
Yeah.
forget about it.
I do remember one of the things that got me into talk radio was the Opie and Anthony show, because when they used to be on in the afternoons, it was on 92.3 Extreme before it even went to K Rock.
Mhm.
They were like 92. It was 92.3 Extreme, and they were on in the afternoon. And Stern was still on NCX at that time, and they didn't want to put Opie and Anthony on. Even though it was owned by the same people, they didn't want to put Opie and Anthony on K-Rock NCX, because Stern and them had some sort of weird feud, and so they put them on the alternative station in the afternoon, and that was wild because there wasn't anything, like there wasn't an afternoon talk show on at that point, and I stumbled onto their show, and they were having women come into different stations where they were syndicated and taking naked photos and posting them on the radio website. And so when I heard about that, I went home. I was just jazzed up. By some chance, nobody was home, and I was able to go on the website and see like local girls. Like I'm like, these are girls in Cleveland that I could run into, and their tits were on the internet. This is fucking incredible. What brilliant thing, and so you vote on it and be like, she's the hottest, and they weren't even in the studio with Opie and Anthony. They went to like the Halley building down the street from here and had some intern take their picture with their tits out and be like, yeah, this is the girl that is for Cleveland.
That was like the last frontier of shock radio that you could they could think of, you know, like what, because by that point everything else had been done.
Yeah.
Between Stern and between Opie and Anthony, like it just all had been done. So it's like,
well,
what? And then
I mean, this is like the early days of Opie and Anthony. So this is like this is how they were making their name because they were like taking advantage of the fact that you could put stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
And they were doing it.
Yes, where
And
like we're in
so-
this day and age, it's just fucking.
And
I've looked
these corporations weren't like really like they're like, yeah, it's on the internet. No, that's all Wild West. You can do whatever you want on the internet. And so they did, and it was fucking wild.
Well, boy, am I thankful you could still do that.
Yeah. But I mean, like on a corporate radio, like
because it's just like that's how just clueless companies were.
Yeah.
Because I think they still.
I mean,
thought,
I guess it was the Opie and Anthony website. It wasn't like the radio station because the radio station didn't even really have a website at that point.
yeah, like and they
just
probably own the content.
opieandanthony.com.
So what would the station really be able to say about that, right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Then,
So
like,
it's-
and they were getting great ratings, so they're like, "Hey, this is working for us."
That was like that. It just was when most companies I think thought the internet was a fad or it was never gonna catch up and be quicker. But you know,
yeah, it was crazy. But like, just like that idea that you could see. I mean, it was like in that era of Girls Gone Wild and shit like that, where like you could see real. It wasn't porn. It was like real girls showing their boobs, and like the idea that I could like know who that girl was, like bump into her in Cleveland, just was the coolest thing.
well,
to me.
yeah, I mean that's just become OnlyFans, right?
Right. That's what I
Right.
was just gonna say. That's why you
but
like
this is just them monetizing it for the radio
I
station.
was gonna
Because,
say,
like,
I'll
these
only
girls were
this-
getting like free swag,
Yeah.
like that's all, and like who,
You get a
like
free
one,
bumper sticker.
whoever won got like a trip or some shit. But it was.
Wonder what
just
that
wild.
Girls Gone Wild dude's up to these days.
Oh, I think he's in jail.
What a
still.
great guy. What a great dude to figure out. Just sign your tits away here.
Yeah.
No one's making money off this but me. Yeah, no, he definitely was. It's crazy that he was up to other unsavory activities, but whatever.
Yeah, right. Who would have thought?
It's like he just looked like if you didn't know what that guy did and you just saw him, you're like, yeah, this guy goes to bars and finds the most drunkest chicks ever and makes them take their shirts off and then sells video of it on over
And
the
has
phone.
them sign a waiver while they're drunk, and
Yep.
and then, boy, did I rent a lot of those.
I don't think I ever actually, and look, I was watching porn at the time, but I don't think I ever watched that. Like I just, not like because I was above it. I just didn't know, like, I was like, I'm not calling
Right. I'm not calling.
a number.
Well, I didn't call the number. They just had them for rent.
They had them.
They had them for rent at like my local, like not like the
like Family
Blockbuster, but
Video
like
or whatever?
it was
The adult store.
It wasn't even an adult store. It was just like it wasn't even the porn section. It was just like because they had like the porn section that was like the triple X stuff,
Mhm.
but then they had just like an 18 and like where they had like Faces of Death and shit like that. And then
Okay.
they had like Girls Gone Wild, and I just was like, fuck, I'm gonna rent this. I want to see big jugs get dropped out of a bikini.
We
So,
were a Blockbuster family. They did not have
Yes.
they did not have the double saloon doors section in the back
what
of
was
the
it called? It was like
Video
called-
Movie
update?
World.
No, it was.
there's Family Video, there's Video Update,
This one was like a local, like it was like Fen Video,
like
or
a mom and
something.
pop.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No.
I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, and you're out in Medina.
in
so yeah, I
Medina. So
definitely
yeah,
don't know.
they're like, and then I think eventually it got bought by like a smaller, like regional video store company. But it was like they had like the same stuff. They just changed the sign. But man, going to the video store is also just the fucking best.
I was thinking about that because again, the memes and the posts make the
Mhm.
rounds. But like, could you open like a video rental store that had like a bar in it? Could you turn that into a viable, throwback, charming business in 2024?
I don't think so.
Where you have like the walls of like the VHS boxes that didn't have the tapes in them.
Yeah.
You had like 32 Jurassic Park videos lined up on the shelf. And then because everyone's an adult now, like you had like a bar.
All right, what if you did it like this, where it's like you have all that in the bar, but then, and you can go around and be like, okay, we want to watch this, and then you get like a room, like a karaoke room, like one of the one that's over in Asia Town,
Galaxy.
yeah, Galaxy, and you go in there and you guys all watch a movie, and they come and serve you drinks and stuff like that.
We're
Here's-
not just gonna be watching movies in my room.
All right. Thank you for being the glue to this idea.
Yeah.
Here's what it would be. It's called Sleepover Bar,
Okay.
where you have separate rooms where you could have basically
Like, I think we're
a
just
sleepover with your buddy.
Sex club.
Sex club hotel. Yeah. It's kind of.
Where,
Sex
like,
clubs have
but if you-
rooms.
Y-
Oh, we should
yeah.
open a sex club, guys.
We should open a movie sex club.
Yeah.
I
Call it
love it.
literally
Yes.
movie sex
But
club.
you can't have sex until there's a movie at least halfway through.
Oh,
You gotta wait.
Talk about edging.
Right.
Uh,
We need to put edging in there.
that's the
in
longest.
title.
Mm-hmm.
Call it Edge Bar. Triple X. No one will get confused by that.
Edge of
Sleepover bar would be so sick.
sleepover bar's great.
Because like
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
like because
sleepover
you'd
bar.
have the one friend that would have
And
to
it's
leave before everyone else in the middle of the night, and they
Mhm.
couldn't last because they got scared,
Yeah.
and then they all got made fun of.
Is this
And-
a haunted house now too?
No,
No,
that's
it's
just like
You
how
just got
sleepovers go.
scared?
Like when you have like a slumber party, and there's the one kid that it's their first slumber party, and they never fucking
Call their mom.
Yeah,
Yep.
they can't handle it. And they're like, I need my mom. I
Pee
need
the
bed.
Yeah. They need
there's
bed
the
or-
one
No,
kid
I said
that has
pee
to,
the bed.
Oh, pee the bed. That was me.
Yeah, yeah.
Diaper
yeah.
boy.
there's the
Yeah.
pisser, there's the kid that's got to leave like at 11:30.
Mhm.
There's the kid that needs to be taken aside by the mom or dad for excessive rough housing, and then there's the kid that won't stop doing pranks,
Yeah.
and then there's like the rest of the kids.
And then
Mhm.
there's the kid that goes, "Hey, is your sister home?
Yeah,
She
oh,
got
the
friends
perv.
over.
Yeah,
she
the
got her
perv.
friends over." And then you guys do truth or dare with the sister's friends.
And then you call, sleepover bar. You can call the one chick that the one dude has a crush on and prank call
Oh
her.
yeah,
And they have a landline, so you could find her number and you can call from an unknown number
Mhm.
and then like prank her.
yeah. And then it's just her dad be like, "Stop fucking calling here.
For some
We
reason,
know who this is."
someone in their 30s still lives with their parents. Jessica has her own phone.
Yeah.
Whoever this is, she's 33 years old.
Right now, so calling in your 30s is hilarious.
She's like, is
Calling-
Jessica home? Hey, is Jessica home?
This is one of those things too where like I knew I was not as like well, first I was like a late bloomer, so I wasn't as into girls as like my friends because they were going through puberty and I was just like not
You
I
weren't
wasn't
diapers.
there yet. So like I like I was wearing diapers and like but I just love comedy too. So
Yeah.
like for my one friend's birthday, they rented Airheads and like we had like pizza and then like turned on the movie and like his parents went to sleep and they were all like on the phone like talking to girls and I was like, guys, Adam Sandler, Brendan Fraser, and Chris Farley are all in this movie and you're missing it because you want to talk to Jessica and movie's incredible and you guys just don't fucking care.
I've been telling you about this Steve Buscemi guy for years, guys. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, he wasn't even like on the radar yet because he was like, but
Was that before like Reservoir Dogs and stuff?
I mean, it was after Reservoir Dogs, but I wasn't.
He wasn't
aware.
as big a star as
Yeah, he
as
wasn't.
Sandler at the
Yeah,
time. and stuff.
like
Well,
especially
no
for
one was.
12-year-olds
Mhm.
and 13-year-olds that were like I'm like Sandler and Farley are both in this movie, and it's like it's great, and Brendan Fraser was a huge star at that time too. 'Cause
Don't forget Joe Mantegna
John Montana. Like I was like, you guys, this is
in the weirdest
fucking
casting.
hysterical, and you guys are missing it because
The
you want
worst
to talk on the
casting
phone
ever.
and see if someone likes you at school. You'll see her Monday.
Well, who got the last laugh now, Bill? Because you caught up, and who's calling girls now?
Right now,
Midnight?
yeah. And then
Well,
I
not
end up
right
being,
now.
I probably fucked more girls than all of them combined.
In your face.
Like that's
In your face,
Scott.
Brian.
Yeah,
or
Scott
whoever
and
you-
Brandon.
Scott and Brandon.
Yeah,
Who's laughing now?
right. And you know what? I hope you're doing well. I miss you guys. We had good times together.
Sleepover bar is so sick.
Yeah.
Even though it's a hotel,
Yeah.
it's
I
not.
love it.
Don't crush my dreams.
I love it. It's
You know what's
safe.
funny is like I remember those kids' names and like they sound like movie character names.
Do
Mhm.
they?
Like because it's like one is like pretty basic and the other one is like white ethnic. So it's like the Brandon Stewart and Scott Ostarsik.
Oh, like
Oh.
Eastern European.
Yeah, like-
yeah.
Like white ethnic.
Yeah, like, well, I'm like white ethnic.
I
Go
know, I was
on.
like,
Well,
Italian.
Once I said it though, yeah, like it made
Yeah.
sense, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Was it Ostar? I think it was Ostar.
Steve Kapitsky.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah,
Kowalski.
like just that Polishy.
Yep.
Slovenian name, whatever it is.
I'm trying to think if I had any. I had like the whitest friend, like just the most whitest American friends in high school.
There was like
No names ending in ski that I could think of. I had a very Irish fucking friend. I had a Liam Dillon Irish friend.
Liam Dillon. Wow.
Liam Dillon.
That's
That's a mouthful.
that almost sounds offensive.
Oh, you're
He's so Irish.
He didn't have the voice, but no, that's about as spicy as my friend group got in high school.
My best friend growing up, his name was Zach Scholler, and his dad was like German, and then his mom was Hawaiian. So, like, I learned a lot about Hawaii from them, because they would like go to like these family reunions and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing about Hawaiian
They
food.
all had like a Hawaiian name.
Hawaiian
too.
food is maybe like the most Midwestern kind of European food you could come across. in a way.
Explain what you mean.
So like I went to Hawaii once, so I
Yeah.
know all about it. No, like it's very heavy. You get like there's like a plate where it's like you get Spam, you get like a fucking giant scoop of like macaroni and cheese, and
Yeah.
then you literally get like a fucking hamburger patty covered in gravy.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Hawaiians? They don't look like they eat anything like that because they're all in shape and they're all beautiful. And they're like,
There's plenty of fat Hawaiians.
but they look good. Like
Yeah.
it's not like around here when you see a dude wearing a hoodie and shorts and
Well, because they got the vitamin D, and
Yeah,
they're-
like, it's
they're,
just like-
they're healthy.
yeah. But I remember when I went to Hawaii, we went hiking all day, so I was like, they're like, you're gonna want to eat all that, and I go,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not. I don't be like shitting my pants in the middle of the fucking palm tree forest, and then you eat it and you go hiking for 10 miles. You go, oh, I'm glad I ate all that.
Yeah. Speaking of shitting your pants, I didn't, but I got clothes for the first time in my new car,
In the new car.
but I didn't. But it was like I was like, ooh, I gotta be careful because I don't want to shit in my car.
Is this
What
an
did you-
often? Hold on.
Sorry.
Is this does this reoccur where you
I'm-
need to shit like really bad often in your car?
I mean, yeah, kind of like.
Walk us through this. What
Well,
time of the day is this?
This was at probably 9:30 at night. I had just eaten a bunch of chili because we did chili and a movie, and then
Chili and a movie?
Chili and
That
a
is
movie.
brave.
that's what they made for dinner. I was
Where
a
were
guest
you?
at their house, at my friend
Oh, I
Leslie
thought
and
you were
Tyler's
at the
house.
Oh,
movies.
okay.
And
Never mind.
they made a chili, and then we watched Swingers.
Sorry, I thought
and-
you were at the movies.
No,
I'm like,
no,
why
no,
would you
at
eat
the-
chili before
no.
the
He's just
theater?
sitting in a fucking
Gonna
movie theater, just
waste
like
money
bowing
to
down the
shit.
bowl of
And it was
chili.
great chili. And then I like was on the way home, and I was talking to Jim Twos, and we were just kind of catching up a little bit. And then I was like, "Hey, I think I might shit my pants in my new car." And he's like, "Oh, don't do that. Hurry up." And I'm like, "Well, it's a fast car, so I'll be all right." So I got home in time. But it's like one of those things where, like, in my old car, like there was I can think of 2 times that it seeped. It got to.
Oh, no. I've never gotten there. Ew.
Oh,
It's where like and
Seeped?
yeah, like I was like trying to hold it in, and it just was like I'm getting out.
well, you're like, I'm in a Chevy Sonic, so like,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
in a
there to
Chevy
really
Sonic
lose
with
here?
like vinyl seats that were easy to clean up. But now I
That's not why they call it a Challenger, Bill.
Because, yeah. Just
well, that's why I gotta pay more attention to my body now. And
because you
Did you
got a new
feel-
car.
'Cause I don't
That's
wanna-
why you don't.
Yeah.
Did it
shit
hit
your
all at
pants.
once on your way home, or did you feel it happening before you left?
it was like once I got off the highway. Here's the thing about my body.
The closer you get to home.
Yes, see,
It knows.
you're not immune.
I'm
It
not immune,
knows.
but I've never shit in my car.
Well,
Your body
It's never
knows.
seeped through my pants.
And I've had an incident. Well, Pete's funeral, Pete from the Funny Stop, his funeral, I got a coffee on the way down there, and then sat through the funeral, and then was on my way to the like afterwards, like the hang afterwards, the reception or whatever you want to call it, and I was on my way, and I was like, oh no. This is gonna happen, and I was like, I'm just gonna race home, but I was all the way in Akron, and I didn't, and I was like, I'm not feeling good. I'm just gonna go home,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I was fine, and then that last, like you get off the highway, and your body's like, oh, you're home. I'm like, no.
No,
I'm not. And, like my dog's the same way. Like she knows when we're close to home, not because she sees it, but she knows like we were going fast and now we're slowing down. So she like can tell we're close to home. My asshole's the same way, where it's like, oh, we're basically home. Let's just shit now. and
I think I remember you telling me about this.
yeah, so I shit my pants. Like as I was like pulling into the garage, it just like my body's just like it's happening.
Yeah, dude. And it's like once the
so like
floodgates
I was
open,
sad
yeah.
and like it was
But-
one was bad. That one, like most of it happened when I was in the elevator, not in my car.
Oh
but it was
no,
like,
it kept going.
It just I couldn't stop it. It was all foamy.
Anybody around
Yeah.
you? Foamy? Oh, what? What?
We're dudes, man. We're disgusting.
We're the worst.
We're disgusting.
It was so bad.
Mine's
Bill's-
pee. Like if
like
I have to
like
pee.
it was. I threw the jeans away, like kind of bad.
Yeah,
Like, I was like,
yeah.
I can't save this.
Bill's.
It wasn't even
asshole.
like it was
PTSD.
jeans. Yeah, I had because I didn't have like dress pants to wear.
I was.
I
in
just I basically threw the whole outfit away. I'm like, this is all gone.
I went to Cincinnati for a wedding over the summer, and you know, I met up with all my friends the morning after at this like cool dive bar that did like great brunch, right? So we drink all night. I wake up in a hotel, go to meet everybody at this place, right? I forget to do one crucial thing before I leave my hotel room, which is take a dump. So we're at the dive bar, and like everyone's ordering just 6-pound platefuls of just brunch food, and I eat like I could feel it before the first bite. Forkful hits my mouth. I was just like, let's see what the bathroom situation is here like. And it was like cowboy doors and like a hole in the floor was the bathroom situation. So then like I just kind of was like tried to cowboy up a little bit, and then but at this point I had like a Bloody Mary and 2 cups of coffee in me.
Oh, dude, that's so.
Yeah, man. Like and like all these people I hadn't seen for years were there, and everyone's in the best mood. And I'm in Cincinnati, and I was like, I just go up to my friend who got married the night before. I go, I really hate to do this, but I also don't want to shit myself in front of adults whom I respect and presumably respect me. So I like paid my tab, and like I didn't shit myself, but I was like, we need to find just a bush or a tree at this point. And so like finally I found a Jersey Mike's on the so
Did you get a sandwich
Fucking great.
afterwards?
no.
I can't turn down a Jersey Mike's. If I poop in a Jersey Mike's, I'm also getting. I'm
And also,
walking
like,
out-
I didn't
I'm
eat-
walking out with a sub.
I spent literally $40 on brunch, and I didn't eat. I ate 2 bites, you know. So and like the food was delicious,
Yeah.
and so like I go in there, and I just unleash hell in this
Yeah.
bathroom. But it's like the scene from Dumb and Dumber
Yeah.
with like Jeff Daniels.
Yeah. Just the legs
So-
fully stretched out, just really
I mean,
like
it is
rocket fuel ass
it's
shit.
apocalypse. There's just an Armageddon in this toilet, so I go to flush.
Armageddon in this toilet.
It's just like, you know, so I go to flush it, nothing happens.
I don't want to miss a thing.
It was, dude. So I was like, we got to do the right thing here. We're in our 40s. You can't just leave. So I go to like the counter, right? You know, and I was like, it's all women working there. There's not one dude in this
Oh,
joint.
you didn't have to do the right thing.
You
could've just
didn't.
left.
Not one
just-
adult man does the right thing and tells on themselves for.
So I walk up, and I had the most like, I couldn't explain the look on my face, but I think she knew exactly what was happening before I even said it. I just go, hey, is there a man that works here that I could talk to? And she goes, no. She goes, can I help you? And I go, I'm really sorry for what I'm about to explain to you, but don't go in the men's room, but someone needs to address the bathroom situation. And then I just go, I did it, and I'm sorry. And then I think I put like a $5 bill like in the tip jar, and then I just was too embarrassed to order food, and I just left. And I forget what
That
else.
would have been so fucking like if you would have been like, but also, I'm gonna need an Italian Mike style.
Well, now I'm hungry again.
Yeah.
No, I just go, I'm very sorry for all of this. And then I just waddled out the door.
That's so fucking great.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I found a White Castle about 10 minutes later and forgot all about it. And just
Mhm.
reloaded my body with crap.
Oh, the one thing like I haven't been eating great, but I like dry. January's been going really well. Like not drinking's been fine. But I did have a dream that I drank, and that was like weird.
I've had those dreams where like you're fucking hammered, like where I'm just hammered.
Wait, in your dream you're
Yeah.
hammered?
Mhm.
No, mine was just like someone like handed me a drink and I drank it. I'm like, oh no, dry January. I fucked
Oh.
that up. And I was like, wait a second, I'm dreaming. Hey,
It's like you're
let's
back
do
in high
it.
school again, dream. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but I've been like my dreams have been
what is
wild.
it? What's it today? The 16th? You're halfway through, buddy.
I know it's and again like I'm not that worried about like breaking it or anything
No.
like that. I haven't been like oh, I could really use a drink right now. But I just don't like that my brain's like, hey, gotcha. Like, oh, you take
You
that,
think
yeah,
about
asshole. You
it.
thought you
Tommy,
thought
what are
were
you
going to.
abstaining from this month?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nice.
Sorry, nothing. Yeah, not a fun answer.
She's
Wet
about to
January.
abstain. She's about to not abstain from cream pies forever.
Yeah, my surgery got moved up 2 weeks.
That's good.
So 2
Very
weeks from
happy for
today.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna have tubes.
No more tubes. Tubes
Fucking
down there. I didn't know there was gonna be.
Let
so many
it
tubes.
rip.
Just 2.
Let it rip.
No ripping, please.
No, I mean like let it rip inside you.
Oh, yeah. That's
Don't
good.
let no.
Yeah.
All
Let
right.
the cum rip.
We can
inside
just
you.
shut the fuck up.
Sorry. It's
Let the cum rip inside me.
Mhm.
blow that fucking load.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Thank you. Me too. I can't
Good.
wait.
Yeah, I can tell you're so excited.
No, like
And
this is sorry.
It's like a very there was like preparation that you're going through to get there. Like
No,
you
that
didn't
was
have
something
to.
different.
Okay,
Yeah, that testing was because I was like I passed out that one night. I think it was the night
Oh.
after New Year's Day. So that was
Okay.
totally different. That was like neurological
but is that all?
testing.
Is that? Are you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
I didn't do the appointment. I
Oh.
canceled it. I
Okay.
freaked out.
Yeah, you'll be
'cause
fine then.
Off my meds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
We Gucci.
Yeah, she's good then. She's Gucci.
Yeah,
Gucci.
I'm Gucci. But yeah.
I've got so many, like not just me, but like my family. I feel like has a history of just shit stories that are
More
just
shit.
like wild because
That's not where I
like-
thought that was going.
Me
like
neither.
my mom is like she's got some of like the best stories of dumps are like my mom going like on a trip with people from church, then being like, hey, can I use your bathroom, and then clogging their toilet.
No.
Just fucking laying it down.
Yeah, just like getting in there and just doing damage and be like, whoops, I'm sorry I clogged your toilet. And like that's like legendary stories amongst our family.
Brave.
Jesus, what's wrong with your balls?
Too much poop in them, I guess. I don't know.
Apparently nothing is
You
they're
guys need a
working
poop
too
knife.
well.
Well, I mean, we weren't at home. Our
Take that
our
with you.
dumps could suck them down, but at the neighbor's house, or not our neighbor, but like this church person's house, like they didn't have the power to suck down my mom's big poops.
Pro
Pussy
tip
ass
to,
toilet.
to
Yeah.
Bill's mom.
Yeah.
Next time you need to shit at somebody's house, flush while you're shitting. Some of it will go down, and then it won't clog.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you're done shitting, you can just flush it.
I'm not.
I mean, this is like 30 years ago, so I think she's got it under control since
No.
then. But like,
No, you don't want
yeah.
to.
Next
I'm
time
not
you-
flushing
Yeah.
in the middle of a shit because then there's like shit water.
No! What
Like-
kind of toilet are you sitting on?
It gets,
One that's full of shit.
Yeah, but if you flush it, less smell too.
Yeah, but like
Your
like,
ass
but
is
the
water
the lid.
sprays
but
up
as
a
it
little bit.
sprays, yeah, it gets a little.
I have
that's
never
like,
gotten sprayed on my ass.
mm.
Well,
Buy toilet water.
Too
while she's
easy.
like doing
Too
it.
easy.
I
I
just
got-
read that you do that for a
never done.
Klondike bar.
I would. Yes, that's different. The non-fun kind. of
It's.
blasting
I don't. I
ass.
gotta say, most of
I like how last week's episode was just like all sex and cum, and then this one's all shit.
Just shit.
little cum, a lot of shit.
Balance,
Little cum,
baby.
yeah, it's-
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I told the shit story about how I had to leave the movie we watched like last month.
yeah, that was great.
Oh wait, which movie was it again?
Rebel Moon.
Oh, okay.
Did
We're
we
into
tell the story on air?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I
Well,
don't-
like because that was honestly like I don't think too hard. That was a top 5 all time shit I've ever taken.
Oh.
Like
That's pretty great.
it stuck with me, and then after it was
Like volume, or like was it actual like?
the whole experience was like
I've definitely been there.
like I was like I think about to get a boner. This shit is going so well. Like because I bombed 80 milligrams of protein, 80 grams of protein.
I was gonna say
before I
80
ate.
milligrams ain't shit.
Yeah, no, 80 grams.
That's a lot.
Because I was like, I didn't eat since lunch, and I think it was around like dinner time. So I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking losing my mind. So I
Guys, I know we've been talking about shit for an hour,
Do you have to shit?
but I'm so hungry right now.
Aw.
I mean, yeah. So like
I'm gonna get some chili.
10 minutes into the movie, dude, I was like, and
Oh,
I was
no
like,
chili
it
tonight
hits.
because I have leftover chili, but I was gonna eat it. But then we're going to see
American Fiction.
American Fiction.
I don't think
and
they
I
have
don't
chili
wanna,
there.
I don't want to take a dump in the theater. We got time in between this to go. Like I gotta go home and let my dog out.
Okay,
But
You have
if we-
time to
eat some
shit.
chili. Bring it with you.
Time to shit and eat chili.
well, I'm gonna shit, but I gotta eat something. but I don't think I'm
Not
gonna eat
chili.
chili.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think I'm
blame
gonna
you.
do something a little more.
What's with the movies and
movie-friendly.
shitting though? Because I just saw the Iron Claw,
Mhm.
and as soon as it was done, Brandon's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom," and then I'm waiting, and I can just hear shitting in that bathroom. And he comes out, and he said it was him and somebody else, like
double
just
shitting.
Going
double
after,
shitting,
getting after
double
it.
shitting.
Yeah,
I was
just
like, "Damn,
doing
Brandon, are you
banjos, but with your
okay in
butts.
there?" But it's the movies. Why?
Maybe it's the movies. I don't. I will.
The butter? Do you eat the popcorn? I've never seen you eat popcorn.
I don't
at the
really eat.
movies.
I don't. Every once in a while I'll get it, but not very often.
It's too like. No matter what size popcorn you get, I never stop eating it, and it never runs out. And as good as it
Yeah.
is, it's just like, I just feel like garbage.
Oh, I have to shower immediately when I get home.
Yeah, it's just like
after it. I
I'm
just feel
filled with
gross.
salt and butter, and it's
That's
just
so
like any
It is good. I
food
do
I
like
eat
it.
at a theater, I rest
I'll probably
assured
get
it's
some tonight.
gone before the opening credits are
Oh,
done
same.
airing.
Yeah.
I think I might do some popcorn with butter tonight.
Do it.
But I
Ooh.
want to get some real food in the body first. So I'm excited to see this movie.
I am too.
I'm sad that I'm not going tonight, but I'm a
You want us to
How- how
FaceTime
was
you and
Iron
you can
Claw?
watch the whole thing along with us? Because we'll probably be the only two people in the theater.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Brandon and I might try to see it this weekend.
I still got to see Iron Claw.
I want to
You
see
didn't
that,
see it?
and then I
Not yet.
also got a preview screening for Argyle in a couple weeks.
Is it the day of my surgery, or is it the?
I think it's because it's the 30th, and that's the day
It's
of
a
your surgery.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't
yeah.
go.
yeah.
I do want to see that though. It looks
Yeah,
fun.
It does look fun. Do you want to go to that one, Pants?
I don't
think
even know
it'll
what
be
that
bad.
is, but when is it?
Argyle's. It's like about
Chastain's in it, right?
yeah. Is it Chastain or is it the other redhead?
Oh,
Bryce
damn!
Dallas
I get them
Howard.
confused.
yeah, Bryce
honestly.
Dallas Howard.
I don't
I think
know.
it's Bryce.
They're both very lovely.
Oh yeah.
But she's like an author and she writes like these spy novels, but then they're like coming true or some shit. And it looks like Henry Cavill's in it, and
Oh, that fucking guy.
I think Channing Tatum. It's like a crazy cast. It's
Was
Matthew
it one of those
Vaughn.
ensemble movies?
Yeah, it's
Um,
Matthew Vaughn, and it's
hit me off the air with the date, and if I'm around, I would
January
definitely
30th.
go. Oh, I think, yeah, why not?
And because we're not gonna be doing this because Tommy's laid up because she's getting her
Gonna get laid up.
get laid up so she can get laid in.
Yeah. I'm excited, guys.
I know you are. I like saying it. It's very. You're adorable.
Shame.
You are adorable. And the girl that wanted you to react to the jokes,
Mhm.
she really liked your faces.
Oh, good.
She was
Okay.
very happy with
Good.
it
Yay.
because she knew they were terrible, but she just
Mhm.
wanted to see your face be very disappointed. And then just be like your cringe face is great.
I can't. Yeah, it hurts.
So this is not like a long enough procedure for us to live pod during it.
No, she said that it's like a 10-minute procedure, and I'll be in recovery for maybe an hour, just depending on how I do with anesthesia. So
Oh,
I know. I'm
let's
sorry.
definitely live pod while you're on anesthesia.
Oh, I mean that would be fun.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
What time in the morning?
8:30 a.m.
But
I
will
gotta
they
be
let
there.
us in? I don't think they let you in unless you're like family.
We are family.
pod family.
We're
Like,
like
we're her
Fast-
brothers.
Yeah,
Well-
Fast and the Furious.
No, you
Like
might
Fast
be
and the
able to-
Furious family.
I could
Hi,
just
we're
say-
here for our sister's cream pie surgery. We're doing a
Dudes-
podcast about it.
Dudes can come in her now. We're really happy. Coming,
Yeah.
like we got
We're
to
really
see her.
excited that dudes can come in our sister now, and
Well,
we
we
want to
gotta
talk to her
ask
about
her.
it while she's on anesthesia. Is that allowed, doctor?
Honestly, my doctor was sick. She
Yeah.
might let you.
Mm.
If I
She
just
hot?
say you might, no.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just say
no, she's just like a normal lady. I don't know.
I love that
My
I'm such a
last
piece
gyno,
of.
I would fuck though. She looks like a '90s country singer with like the crazy big hair. She's
Oh,
like
yeah.
in her 60s.
Don't impress me.
Reba
much.
McEntire,
No, blonde,
Uh,
big
Dolly
red
Parton?
hair. Kind of, but she's like. I'll
Who's
show you.
the-
that's
I'll
my
look
my
her up.
knowledge of country artists is vanquished
Not
after
someone
that.
specifically. She just looks like it. The
Oh.
way her hair is
yeah,
and her
like
makeup.
kind of
and
like a
stuff.
Shania Twain, Trisha Yearwoody type
Yeah.
thing.
Let's
Yeah.
go, girls. Is that what she says?
Uh,
Shania Twain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, girls.
Beep 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 beep.
And then she shits on Brad Pitt. Oh, you're Brad Pitt? That don't impress me.
It
Get
should.
out of here.
You know what? Shania Twain, fucking fantastic. But you should, if you meet Brad Pitt, you'd probably be impressed. I'd be impressed. Much.
And then she updated it when she performed at like the Country Music Awards and said, "Oh, you're Ryan Reynolds." He's suck my asshole don't impress me much.
Did she really say that?
Yeah.
She said,
That's
"Suck
awesome.
my
She didn't say
asshole."
suck my asshole.
Oh,
I don't remember the lyrics, but
Why
she
Ryan Reynolds?
because
Was it like a movie or something?
I think it was the Canadian Music Awards, and they were both
Oh, okay,
there
gotcha.
or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I was like, that's an
and
interesting choice.
So
of-
like just so she could
relevant
like
men.
point at him.
Ryan Reynolds wouldn't impress me much. Brad Pitt, he looks like he smells incredible.
I heard he doesn't.
What?
From a Todd Barry joke in the 90s.
Well,
I heard.
Fuck me, I guess.
Brad Pitt's not a big fan of showering, but you know who is? Todd. So imagine a freshly clean Todd or a sweaty, gross Brad Pitt.
That's how handsome the man was. He didn't need to
It's-
shower.
Oh, I love
That
Todd
man's
Barry, though.
dick was
That's a great special.
Getting sucked.
That was his half
chronically.
hour. That's another thing that we do is we just like record stuff off TV and just watch it again and again and again. A lot of Simpsons, a lot of South Park, and a lot of stand up that me and my friends would just sit and watch again and again. And we didn't drink and we didn't smoke weed, but we just laugh like idiots and have like the best time.
Yeah, you were a nerd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge nerd.
Same. Like it's I just was too lazy to record shit. I would just sit there and wait for like the one video I wanted to see on MTV show up, and it never did. Got to see Metallica Nothing Else Matters 73 times a day though.
Yeah, yeah. What was the one that you'd be waiting for?
It would always just be like some 120 minutes shit. Like it was like a Shudder to Think video that never aired.
Go on YouTube and watch 120 minutes.
I know it exists, but there's something that the charm is lost when you can watch any of it. Like,
But when just put on a random one and just see what shows up. Don't fast forward. You watch the old commercials. They have the old commercials in. That's what I did the day of my special taping. Is I just watched old episodes of 120 minutes because I just needed something that would like take my mind off it. And so I watched an episode, and it was the best. It like they did an interview with the guys from Harvey Danger. They talked to someone from Alice in Chains. They played like they did like a premiere of 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies. I'm like, this is so perfect for me.
there's just even
Matt
like,
Pinfield rules.
I would love to watch that, but there's something about knowing I can just tune out at any second. And like when you're a kid and you're watching TV and you don't have an iPhone in your hand, like you have to watch it. There's nothing else.
Well,
to
but
watch.
that's the thing. Like you can tune out, but like there's gonna be something that grabs your attention, whether it's a commercial or a music video that you forgot about or something.
That
like
does
that.
sound like good zoning out watching.
It's good, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like you put it on in the background, and then like you focus in when you want to, and then when you're not, you're like, yeah.
Like, do you know what I've been doing this month? Pretty much every night, because I too have been dry Januarying it.
Yeah.
Jerking off.
Besides that,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean a lot. Probably a lot more now that I'm not drinking.
Dude, I had to find a video that I was looking for on a free, like I was like there was a video that I wanted to watch, and it was
What kind
deleted.
of video?
Just a jerk off, like a porno
Okay,
video.
sex. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
okay,
like
yeah.
David Fox, something that she had, and I like her stuff, and like it was deleted off of all the sites, so I had to go like find it on her ManyVids so I can buy it just to have it, because I'm like I can't, like I need to have access to this one again
I need
in
it.
case I need it,
I need it.
and so it was like she got my $20,
Yeah.
and
if it's that good, it's
worth.
worth it. And also,
Yeah.
like, it's where horniness meets that pre-internet having to go find something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a record store spelunking mission.
And that's, and like when I finally found it, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pay the $20 to get this video.
Yeah.
Need it.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
there are just some timeless classics that I revisit.
Mhm.
But there's like I remember like there's some from like the late 90s on DVD and stuff where I'm like it's got to be on the internet somewhere. And then after like looking for 10 minutes, I go, I'm not devoting any more time to this. Right?
But when you find it, it's the best feeling.
I go, we can just talk to an actual woman right now if we wanted to. I was like, I can't.
Maybe you'll stumble across it one day.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's meant to be.
Yeah.
It's like true love is what they tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what I'll do.
I cut you off though. You were talking about
Mm.
something about like 120 minutes or
I don't know. It's fucking some
or
poor
just
shit.
jerking off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, just jerking
What do you
off.
do every night?
Oh yeah.
Except
what do
Oh
you do?
yeah, what I do every night, like literally just put on Den of Thieves or Training Day on the TV, and then like my dog's just laying next to me, and then I just scroll my phone as if I don't do that all day long anyways.
Mhm.
And it is the best.
It's so fun.
And no, I'm not looking at porn with my dog right next to me.
No.
He gets, when I'm in bed, it's a bedtime activity.
Gotcha. Okay.
My dog is not with me.
That's good.
He judges me. He should.
Listen, when I'm looking at porn, my dog is in the bed, but it's a king size bed, and it's not like she's like
Far
laying
away.
on me. She's
Far
yeah,
away.
Yeah.
she's usually just off doing her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And does she judge me? Probably, but I don't care. She does a bunch of gross shit too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably likes
But I do have to be careful that if, like, I would take the tissue and throw it in the toilet and flush it, because otherwise Whoopsie will eat the cum tissue.
I forget who Brandon had. It must have been Shelby, like when they first started dating, and they threw a condom away, and Charlie ate a fucking condom, a used condom. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I came home to that. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, Whoopsie's disgusting.
Luckily he's big, so it's fine. But
Whoopsie will I'll just see the people I've thrown it in the trash, and she'll go get it out of the trash. And I'll just see like ripped up tissue all over the place, and be like, Whoopsie, stop eating Dad's cum.
Oh,
Not again.
You're not supposed to do that.
It's the benefit of having a dog that is no higher than 9 inches off
girls
the ground.
do it when they're over.
Just want to see what it's going on up there on the bed. Right here, you know.
And like one time I remember like falling asleep, and then like there was just a tissue on my nightstand because I'm a gross piece of shit. And then like in the morning, Whoopsie's just like staring at it, going, like begging for it, and I was like, no.
Oof.
And then so
That's disgusting.
It's a lonely place to be.
just she's not up there like she's being a good dog, but she's also like, I really want that, Dad. I really want it. And I'm like, no, you can't have it.
See?
So then I have to
Condoms are great.
wake up and throw it in the toilet and flush it.
No matter how tired I am,
Throw your cum away?
I clean up immediately.
Sorry,
I'm an
not
animal
perfect.
too. Like I don't.
Sorry, I'm not.
There's no tissue involved. Like I'm just like.
What are
an
you
animal.
doing? You're just fucking.
Like laying there and just fucking like let the fucking geyser blow, and then I go to the bathroom and clean up.
Okay, go to the bathroom and clean up. Okay, I thought you were just like. I thought you just pull your underwear up and fall asleep and let it let it dry crust on.
I'm
you.
gonna like look, ladies, to let you in. There's no. I'm just naked anyways. I
Yeah.
sleep naked.
Right.
Like, and then it's like all right, we're not sleeping like this, and it's just covered in jizz. So then I go do that.
Listen, a younger me had some times where I would just jerk off and then pull the underwear up and let it, and that's the worst smell.
Yes,
because it's such a guilty smell.
Well,
like
that's
you just being of you just like you just couldn't be any, and it's not guilty of like I feel bad because I jerked off.
You're
It's
just a piece
guilty
of
because
shit.
I feel like just
For not cleaning up,
like,
not
you're just gross. You're just
Yeah.
being lazy.
yeah, and it's
Just
also
a-
like people are gonna know. Like it's
They're
like
gonna
I remember
know.
one
Don't
time doing a
clean up.
podcast. So like I should have known better by this point. I was married, I think, and I had like jerked off and like done the pull up clean up, and then I could like smell it while I was like, I don't know if he could smell it, but I could smell it while we were talking, and I was just like, God, you're a fucking garbage person. Just smell my dry cum in my shorts.
That's definitely happened where someone's hands were in my face for a reason, and I could smell that
God.
as well. And I'm like, really?
Was this like a sexual partner?
No.
This was just like some random
This was a
person.
paying thing. I'm just not going to elaborate anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's. Yeah, dude, get it. Like, come on.
Like, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
COVID. Yeah.
Before you go back to work.
Oh God.
Mm.
Fucking.
This is the grossest episode we've ever done. We usually
This is
go, this is
great.
the funniest episode we've ever done. This is the
No,
best.
this
This is the gross.
This is we're rounding the base, completely covering.
Ugh.
Not a box left unchecked on this one.
On this 3-part episode. That
What's
we have to
your
do 'cause we're not
jack
gonna
off
be able to-
style?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, what does your cleanup look like, Tommy?
Throw the towel at me. Give me
Throw
the towel.
Go get the
No,
towel.
I shower after. I love a mess, but you have to shower immediately
shower
after.
after,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. Yeah. My
Well, you also
sometimes bed sheets get changed, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending. But yeah,
No,
no,
the-
you guys
the-
are much messier.
After you jack off.
Huh?
After
Well, that's what
you-
I'm saying. Sometimes if I'm fucking squirting or whatever, sometimes that happens, then sheets need to get changed.
That is.
So that's an intense cleanup.
Squirting is as cool and as flattering as it feels as a man. The first time it happens, you're like, okay, cool. And then you're like, we're doing this every time. We got to stock up on some sheets here. Like, because, oh boy.
You can get them on Amazon pretty reasonable these days.
I had
Bill knows.
It's worth having extras.
Not for squirting, but because he pisses a bit.
I was I was living like such an animal bachelor that I had an ex that came over one day with like a bag from Amazon and it was filled with 12 hand towels and she just like gave it to me because just the one night it's like I don't have any towels. Here's a t-shirt. I have to.
So if it's dirty, that's fine.
It was clean. It was a clean t-shirt.
Even that's fine too. But like,
t-shirt.
What? Fucking come on my stomach and you throw me a shirt. That's fine. I don't care. I'm gonna
she apparently did. But she brought him over and like, look, I still use.
You got towels out of it at least.
It was good. Hey, and to be fair, for what I was coming on, if you tell me what you would like me to wipe you off with, Queen, my princess. It's more than fine. If you're gonna let me do that, you're gonna dictate the rules of engagement as far as cleanup goes. No problem.
What if she wanted you to?
They're very absorbent.
Keep going.
What if she wanted me to?
Look it up. Would you look it
up? This particular person, probably, yeah.
Hell yeah.
She said, "You lick this. You made this mess. You clean it up."
She was very beautiful. I can't. It's fair play.
That's one of those things though, where it's like it sounds so hot, but once it's outside of my body, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to fucking come anymore. Like I would do it in the moment because the girl said to do it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like it seems hot, but like as soon as it comes out of my body, like sex is just like, hey, I already did that.
There is that
like
thing
the,
like
the post nut clarity.
The
post nut clarity. You're just like, no, it's not hot anymore. Like nobody needs to do that.
You look it up immediately. Anymore. You don't let it sit for 5 minutes and then lick it up.
Yeah, right. No, I know that, but like even like it's got to be like right in the moment, and she's got to be fucking firm about it because if she's like, "Would you like to clean this up?" I'd be like, "Oh, I'll get a towel." But if she's like, "Now you fucking lick this off me," I'd be like, "Yes, queen, do that."
Can I opt just? I would rather lick hers up than mine.
Well, yeah, I feel like
I don't want to really like.
Yeah, no one's.
I figure it's like it's if you're putting it in your mouth, it's fine. I guess it's fair play. Whatever.
If it's turning her on, and she wants me to do it, I'm down.
Thankfully, I don't think I've had any girlfriends that would have been a turn on for them. So for me, thankfully.
Yes.
Sorry, Tommy.
Right,
it's
now,
okay.
If you're the girl the next girl that fucks pants. Do it.
Spit it in your mouth.
There's a sequel. Listen, it's a democracy in bed to me. It's fair play.
And I will say this, it's how much I appreciate a woman's horniness because like once I come, like horniness is gone.
It's like don't touch me for 6 minutes. Like
yeah. And like I know women are like sensitive, but I feel like you're still horny even after you have an orgasm.
That's what I hear.
Wait, what? Like, what do you mean?
So like, say I go down on a girl.
Mm-hmm.
She has an orgasm.
Okay.
For real, she told me.
She swore.
She swore.
Pinky promise.
She even said, "Oh yeah, that was a good one."
Oh baby, oh my goodness, feels like bags of sand.
That's what you say, right? Oh yeah, I'm going real good, Bill.
Oh shit, this coming is nuts.
Oh yeah,
this is crazy right now. I can't believe how much I'm coming right now.
So much coming right now. That's why both my thumbs are up. I made girls come, I swear.
He clearly is like, he knows exactly what it sounds like when women come.
It's a really good, accurate description of what it sounds like when you make a girl come. Oh, yeah, Bill, I'm coming.
Holy shit, there's cum that's coming out of me right now. It's fucking nuts.
Oh, my clit feels wild.
She points to her elbow. You can feel it right on my clit right now.
You're really hitting that clit. Good job, man. Bro, I'm coming.
Bro. you know, a chick's coming when she says bro. Bro. Holy shit, bro.
That's a spot.
Sick.
I swear to God, you're making me come.
This is so sick. I'm not at all gonna go home and use my Hitachi for 4 hours.
And then they're still
Oh
horny.
God.
Like they want to keep going?
Well, like usually what?
Because there's a point in time, like there's times where I'm watching porn and I get off and I'm like, oh, I'm turning.
good.
I'm shutting.
Okay, you're shutting
my
it down.
phone.
Well, like
We're
so
done, but-
usually the way I like to lay it out is I like to go down the girl and make sure she gets off before I even fuck her.
Okay.
And then we'll do fucking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get a turn once we've done some fucking and I knew I made her come by going down on her.
Okay.
How hot is that?
That doesn't mean well, that's because you guys are continuing the act.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why she's still horny. You know what I mean? Like if it was one and done, it's not like.
But sometimes I will just go down on her. She'll come and I'll be like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, and then.
I like doing that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a power play.
Right.
They're like, oh, you think I'm just this guy that wants to just come? Nope, I just want to make you come, and then we're gonna go get breakfast.
A true romantic.
Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, oh, at breakfast.
Oh,
Remember when you
yeah,
made me
bro.
come?
Don't shit on the way home. From
Don't shit on the way home from breakfast. The coffee went right through you. Oh, my pretentious coffee life is going really well, by the way.
Oh yeah. How have we? You feel like you found your groove with it, or you're still sort of?
Oh well, I tried to make it on.
Speaking of shit,
I made it on my story, and then Will, our friend Will, that owns Prosperity, and your co-owner of Old 86, and then he owns Good Company, and then he owns a bar that I cannot, for the life of me, remember what it's called because it's too fancy of a name.
no, the coffee company.
No, not the coffee company. That's I called it
La Cave du Vin.
Yeah, La Cave du Vin. I
Yeah.
can't ever remember that one. That's too fancy. You can't have a place that's La Cave du Vin. This is the first time I've said it right.
La Cave du
But
Vin.
like we filmed the video where his coffee guy Charlie teaches me how to make a good cup of pour over coffee, and it was really fun. But I could not, for the life of me, remember La Cave du Vin.
La Cave du Vin.
And I just be like, so I'm here with blah blah, and he owns all
Charlie
these
from-
places. And Charlie, what's the other one? He'd be like La Cave du Vin. I'm like, yeah, that one, because I can't fucking remember.
The Paris style coffee
Paris style coffee, yeah.
at La Cave
But
du
at
Vin.
one point I called it Veritas coffee, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like outtakes were ridiculous, but yeah, Paris style coffee. So I got all this stuff. I had to buy basically all new equipment after I got that lesson because I didn't have the right stuff at all. I bought a bunch of shit, and then I bought shitty shit, so I had to buy good shit.
So did Charlie tell you your shit was garbage and what to get?
He didn't have to tell me. I could tell by the stuff that he brought and like the way we did it. I was like, oh, I need a scale. I need a better kettle. I need a better grinder. Luckily, the one thing Will said, I didn't get a better grinder yet, but I'm going to get a better grinder because Will ended up buying a better grinder. He's going to give me his old grinder.
Mm-hmm.
So I want that grinder, Will.
I think this is like a gay baiting. Do you need a man? You said grinder so many times.
If I wanted a man, I'd get a man, Thomas.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows how to make a woman
Anyway,
come.
so
He
I'm
can
on
make a
Grindr
man
now.
come.
It's for the coffee beans.
I get it.
It's for the coffee beans. Grinder. And so now I'm getting pretty good at making a pour over a cup of coffee. You have to be very precise. You have to use good coffee and good water and do everything just right, but it makes a huge difference. I got new coffee cups that are in like a little they like stack up, and then they have a spot for the saucer, so I have like a saucer spot.
How cute.
It's so gay. It's
love
gayer
it.
than going on Grindr.
The coffee room's coming. That
But-
sneaker room is going to be such a coffee room in 6 months. I can't. I
Oh, the
can't
sneaker
wait.
room has been moved to the bedroom, and I'm trying to. I gotta fix up the off. Like I want to make it into like a spare bedroom
Mhm.
type thing.
No,
but
I respect the shit out of a great cup of coffee, but I
So
just
I don't have the time.
I don't
or
have the patience for it. You know, like the pour over stuff, especially. I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Drizzling coffee through like a diaper, waiting for it to like be in a cup. I just can't do it.
Waiting for it to seep through to your car seats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Foamy.
I do like a foamy coffee.
I'll learn that too.
Oh, I
Not
just have a
shit.
foamy.
I mean, here's where we're
Yeah,
at.
I
Is
have,
I'm
like-
drinking fucking Costco cold brew coffee as if I need another one of these at 7 p.m.
Well, we got that late movie though, so you are gonna need it.
Yeah, I like having like a drink just to like power me through the podcast, and then we're going to be watching a movie. So yes, and I just love being fucking wired. I love it so much.
Well, I didn't know this about coffee is light roast is actually way more caffeinated than dark roast.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know that. And I like the first cup of coffee that I made was like I made a really, really strong cup of light roast coffee, and it is so much caffeine, and I was just fucking going.
Damn, I had no idea. That's
yeah.
cool.
It's my favorite, dude. Like nothing scares me except being tired during the day for even 5 minutes. I cannot face it. Don't want to live that way.
I took
Not
a
doing
nap today. No, not today. Yesterday, I took I woke up early, and then before I went to work, I was like, I got shit to do. I'm gonna take a nap before I go to work.
That's a great feeling when you don't have shit to do. I just have too much to do. I can't afford to take a nap.
So sometimes I can, and when I do, like it was like a 15-20 minute power nap, but I felt fucking great afterwards.
Anything longer than that, and I reset my whole day, and I'm useless.
Yeah.
No, like the disco nap, the 12-minute long nap, when
so
I can
good.
nail it, and you wake up you don't even need your alarm.
Yeah.
You're like refreshed.
Yeah. I mean, I got to set the alarm because I can't risk it.
Sure.
I could definitely.
Oh, I'm not
a
leaving it to-
12-minute nap could easily become a 3-hour nap where I wake up and I'm like, I'm late for school.
In 1993, like, you don't know what year it is. You don't know what your name is.
I remember one of the best times I ever fell asleep was after it was a long day
It just
of
sounds so
school.
fucking funny.
And then I had football practice. So like I went to school and then football practice and I fell asleep in my football pads and peed them, and my mom woke me up yelling at me. She's like, yeah, Billy, you pissed in your she didn't say piss, but she's like, Billy, you peed your pants, your football pants. Now I gotta wash them. And she's like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, I didn't mean to. I just was so
Wait,
tired.
were you wearing like a
asleep.
cup? Were you wearing like a jock strap?
I was wearing like the whole thing.
So you pissed into a cup, which makes like a bowl full of piss.
I mean,
How did you
it
not
got all
wake
over.
up?
I don't know, man. I was just so tired.
Well,
Maybe
cups
you
have like
took the cup out. I
cups.
don't know.
It had little holes in it, but
Yeah,
like,
but still.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it got
dude.
all over the place, but it was just, I mean, that sleep was still so good.
Apparently.
And like, I
Right.
remember it from like third person view where it's because I was so ashamed of it too.
Aw,
Because
yeah.
my mom yelled at me for.
How old were you?
I was probably 11.
Yeah, it's young.
But I mean, I was a bedwetter until I was 14. So like it was just one of those things where I was like 11 or 12 and I just was, but like falling asleep when you didn't even realize you fell asleep, like that's something that happens when you black out or when you're a little kid where you're just going, and then just like, just I'm out. Like the nodding of like trying not to fall asleep kind of sleep. Oh, so good.
I gotta humidify my my bedroom, because the dry breathing, like I wake up with like a sore throat
That's
because
the
it's
one
so
thing
dry.
Like nice about being on the water is it doesn't get super dry in my condo.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I that makes sense. Yeah, dude, it's a desert and then I have like this total poor man's HVAC setup in my window. You know, like when my AC broke over the summer, so my landlord brought this unit that has like a duct that runs to my window.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up one night to what I thought was like some weird ostrich or loon snuck into my bedroom. And it's like the wildest, like I can't even describe the noise because it was super fucking windy.
Yeah.
But it just sounded like the noise like an ancient bird would make. And I just was like, as long as it's not like a dude with a gun in my apartment.
I'm just
it's
gonna
like,
deal with it later.
so like I just doze off again, and then like an hour later I hear it again. And what happened was the duct had gotten untaped because it was blowing so hard, the wind. So it was kind of flapping.
Oh.
It's made this like this weird fart bird noise. And then I realized my dog sleeps on a playpen like 5 feet away from this window, and he's getting blasted with cold air.
Oh, poor Harvey.
So finally I
Harvey
get
doesn't
up.
sleep in the bed with you?
No, he can't. He doesn't know it's time to go to bed. Number one, he weighs 15 pounds, and I worry I'm gonna squash him because I'm a very physical sleeper. And then he doesn't ever. I just like
You
it
move
looks
around
like
a lot?
dude.
Are you
Or
not?
you just,
if
you
you
just
saw my
flexing the whole time you're sleeping. It's like I can't help
if
it.
you
I'm
saw like
just-
I'm doing jujitsu on myself in my sleep, when I wake up, like there's like a Stonehenge in my bed of my pillows and my blanket. Dude, it makes no sense.
I had a sleep paralysis dream where I like I couldn't move my feet. The dream was I was driving like a real life Mario Kart, like on a course, and I'm trying to like get through it, but my feet got stuck in the bottom of the course, and like I'm gonna crash, and I got to jump out, and so like I kicked my feet out, and it woke me up, and I was like, oh my god. I'm so glad I'm not gonna die in Mario Kart, but it was like it was so scary in that moment because I was I don't. First of all, I don't like to lose at Mario Kart 2, and second, I don't like my feet being restrained. I'm a sleep with my feet out of the covers kind of guy.
I like being fully covered, but I also don't like being sweaty and hot when I sleep.
That's why you do the one leg.
Yeah, I'll do that like during the summer if it gets hot.
Mm-hmm.
But being that's 3 degrees at night right now.
I still sometimes have a foot out.
I still
My little toes
I
out.
don't even mind if my foot's a little bit cold, just to like let it to know that it's out.
Yeah, my sleeping positions have gotten wild and exotic as shit.
But they also can't be hanging over the side of the bed because then monsters.
Yeah, you don't want Satan
exactly.
again.
Yeah.
You don't want.
Do you sleep with your doors closed or open?
All doors open. I don't even.
All doors open?
Well, not all doors.
No, but like all your bedroom doors are open?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All doors open inside
I don't
the house.
like.
I don't
I
even
mean-
like fully shut the door when I go to the bathroom. I'll be honest with you.
I don't care about that, but when I go to bed, door closed, lock the door.
What? No, I've got my
Prevents
dogs.
attacks.
They want to go, like, if they get up. they're just
Whoopsie's in the
fucking
bed with
annoying.
me. We're keeping each other safe. We got each other's back, and that door's locked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Harvey. Every once in a while, I'll try to get Harvey to sleep with me, and he's a sport until whenever he decides to fucking come to life at 3 a.m,
Oh.
and he's like tap dancing on my head, and he's just like,
See, Whoopsie once.
there's shit to do, and he wants to figure it out.
Whoopsie knows when we get in bed, it's time to go to sleep.
Well, you also like have a bedroom. Like I have like an open, like basically I sleep on the second floor of my apartment.
Oh, okay.
So it's an open plan with like hardwood floors. So like he'll just jump off the bed and then you just hear what sounds like 17 dogs at once tap dancing on
Okay.
hardwood because he's a dachshund and he's got tiny little four
Yeah.
tiny little legs. And then it's like, no, dude, that's why you're sleeping in a playpen.
Well, I have like Whoopsie. She'll wander around a little bit, but like mostly she loves getting into bed and just like getting her spot, and I got my spot, and we fall asleep. And like every once in a while, she'll like cuddle me, but or like let me actually pet her. But most of the time, she doesn't like to be touched when she's sleeping, and she'll just go.
Damn. Unbeatable.
And
Dogs
like,
are bitches when it comes to sleeping, man.
dude, and well, she's like she had a like sleep jerk wake up the other day too, where she's like, oh. And I was like, bad dream, loser. But also she like when like my girlfriend will sleep over and she'll like she kind of moves around a lot and she'll like bump Whoopsie and then Whoopsie just goes and then we're all awake.
Jesus. My dogs aren't like annoying during the night, but like if I get up and have to go to the bathroom, Drama is like never fully asleep and she'll just like let out this like so you know she's still there.
Yeah.
And then in this weather,
I love the Drama is exactly
she's
her
literally
name.
it's insane. And then Tarly in this weather, he just wants to go outside. So
He
3
doesn't just
o'clock,
like
he
slam
just
doors
wants to
though,
go.
because like doesn't he always like go in the bathroom and like trap himself?
He does that, but he hasn't done that in a while. He
Okay.
like goes through weird phases,
Yeah.
but it's just because it's so cold outside. He wants to be out there.
Mm.
And
But
he just
they
has
don't
to go
sleep
out.
in bed with you?
No, they never wanted to.
How
like,
could they?
I mean, it would
They're
be
so big,
miserable
yeah.
if they did. But yeah, Drama never got up because she didn't live with us when she was a puppy. But she never got up on furniture, and Tarly never did either. The last couch we had, he like taught himself and like was fine with it, but got a new couch and he won't do that either. Won't get up in the bed,
Oh,
nothing.
shit, we did it.
We did it?
We did it. I think we did about an hour and a half.
Hell yeah.
Close to it.
We did it.
Solid hour and 5 minutes of straight up shit talk,
Yeah. And then,
actual poop talk.
And then a little bit of cum licking, and then we get
No.
into,
Yeah, man.
like our dogs are cute.
Yeah.
So, ladies, Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you're looking for a mutual cum eater, you know, Okay, pants on all socials, I guess.
He wants to spit
Dry
it in your
January is about to turn into dry
mouth.
2024.
I think.
Are you guys gonna do anything for Valentine's Day?
Oh, at the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have something lined up actually.
So that weekend, that's my birthday weekend.
I know I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna be out of
surgery
town.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to a cabin.
fun.
Go to
Hocking Hills. To eat some cum.
More like cocking kills. Am I right?
Ba-dum-bum.
All right.
I'm sorry.
She's a sleepy girl.
I think I think we're all hitting the
Cocking
wall.
Hills is pretty funny.
Thank you. I said cocking kills though.
Cocking Kills.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
meant to say cocking hills, but
Oh.
it came out cocking,
Cocking
kills.
kills.
Well, Cocking Kills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a good horror movie.
Yeah.
Cocked to death.
I mean, there's worse
Remember
ways
in
to go.
Scary Movie when they stabbed him with the dick through the ear?
Oh yeah.
Through the glory hole?
Faces of death, but it's like cocks of death. There's nothing there.
No, we were
There
done.
couldn't be
We
less.
did it all.
Yep, that's
We
about
did enough.
it.
All right. See
Okay.
you guys next week. Tommy LC on all socials
Yep.
and OnlyFans and Fansly
Mhm.
at OK Pants on all socials and Old 86 Bar on socials. And I'm at Bill Squire on my socials. And thanks for checking out the podcast. And sorry it was so gross, but not sorry because it was fun.
I apologize for nothing.
Nothing.
Next time you see me, I'm gonna be able to fucking have cream pie.
Yeah.
Pants and I have been able to have cream pies the whole time. Welcome to the club, Thomas.
Well, fuck y'all.
See you guys next week.
Bye.